Hi Aquarius, welcome to the Animals Magic Shop. I'm Lisa with your weekly animal spirit message for May 8th through the 15th. And this is a one-card reading, but your animal this week may have multiple messages for you. And also, I'm offering my apologies for the lateness of this week's readings. It just couldn't be helped. Okay, let's get started. Animal spirits and guides, what would you like Aquarius to know? This is for Aquarius, please. Okay, Aquarius, you have porcupine. And porcupine's major message for you this week is to have some faith and trust that everything will work out okay for you. Now, I'm getting that a lot of you have been through some hard times, are continuing to go through some hard times, and some of you may be feeling a little bit hopeless. Porcupine is saying to try to I'm trying to think of how to put this into the right words. Try not to assume that the worst is going to happen for you, and know that a lot of energies are working in your favor. And also also it's important this week to try to recapture some of your sense of humor, perhaps if you've lost that, or your childlike faith in dreams coming true and miracles happening, and a more playful attitude. Now, don't shoot the messenger, especially if you are going through some hard times, Aquarius. It sounds kind of, it can be difficult to be playful and cheerful and have childlike faith and trust, but that's what you're being asked to do. So I'm relaying that message to you. Now, another message is to also assume that everybody is friendly unless they prove to be otherwise. And past experience may have taught you that a lot of people aren't friendly, at least the ones that may have come into your life. But sometimes that thought of distrust in other humans because of our past experiences can bring more of the same into our lives. So this would be a good week to try to change that up, change that thought process, and assume that most people are good unless they prove otherwise, instead of assuming that most people aren't good without them doing anything to prove that is true. If you get my meaning, so don't assume the worst of people unless they, do something actually to validate that thought, in spite of, past experiences that many of you may have had. And the other message for others of you is to try to not allow yourself to be triggered by anyone this week, Aquarius, and try not to be too prickly. This is the don't be prickly card, along with the have faith and trust card too. So it's easy sometimes to respond in kind to people, You know, especially lately, like a lot of people are probably not acting their best. Not that they're being especially mean, but they just may have their mind on other things, you know, a lot of worries. They may be preoccupied, you know, and perhaps like sometimes when you go into a store, the employees there may not be especially helpful, or if you make a phone call, you know, it may take you a long time to get what you need and get a person who even speaks your language well enough so that you can understand them. You know, there's a lot of things that can be triggering these days. You know, you might be grouchy when you are shopping at the supermarket and the person checking you out might be grouchy because they're, you know, overworked, or they have their own personal worries. So things like that. So try not to let anybody or anything trigger you this week, Aquarius, and just keep you cool and have a little bit of faith and trust that things will get better and things will work out in your favor. Okay, so those are your messages for this week, Aquarius. We thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate it, and we'll see you next time. Bye.